everyone, Jeremy here. Thank you again for tuning in to another video of mine on my channel Climb the Sea. I had a tough time choosing what my next video would be. I have so many topics in mind, and I decided to go with one that is perhaps born from a personal bias. Bias how? It is my preferred method of consuming cannabis for pain relief. So without further ado, let's talk tinctures. A wise question asked would be, why choose CBD tincture over all the other methods that exist? Now, there's a number of reasons why I gravitate towards it. First and foremost, it's incredibly easy to use. Secondly, it's oftentimes very heavily medicated for the price that you pay versus an edible, for example. And I also get a lot longer of relief from tinctures versus something like consuming flower or utilizing a vape pen. Now, there are a wide variety of CBD tinctures in the market. There are hemp-derived CBD tinctures, cannabis-derived CBD tinctures, tinctures that have an alcohol base, tinctures that have a coconut oil base. Now, I tend to gravitate towards coconut oil-based tinctures, and here is why. Coconut oil-based tinctures are considered to be a fatty substance consumed along with your cannabis that is going to help it bind to the fat cells in your body, help you uptake it better, and help it last longer in your system. As CBD gains popularity, you're starting to see it available for purchase everywhere, and that includes websites like Groupon or Amazon even. You'll see these really enticing price points, you see these adorable little gummies, and you think, yes, why not? What I seem to encounter the most on those platforms are hemp extracts or hemp tinctures or hemp seed oil, for example. Now, it sounds right? Hemp, that's great, that's what we're going for. But a hemp extract, for example, is going to be derived from the seeds of cannabis, not the plant itself. And the plant is what's going to host all those plethora of benefits that you've heard about. Now, in my last video, I spoke about the importance of choosing products that are considered full spectrum or whole plant. Again, full spectrum or whole plant is beneficial because of what we call the entourage or ensemble effect. The sum of the parts is not greater than the whole in terms of cannabis. You're really going to want all the cannabinoids, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids that are present in cannabis in the ratio that they naturally occur in. So certainly when choosing a CBD tincture, it would be ideal to seek out something full spectrum if at all possible. I will continue to preach until the day I die that a cannabis-derived CBD tincture is far superior to a hemp-derived CBD tincture. A hemp-derived CBD tincture is going to contain less than 0.3% THC, and while that sounds ideal if you're trying to avoid intoxication, still adding a small amount of THC, more than 0.3% THC, but still not enough to intoxicate you, will be ideal as THC and CBD work synergistically with one another and help to increase the effectiveness. How did I even get this far in this conversation with you without talking about how to use a tincture in the first place? Oh my gosh. I didn't have my light on. That's so sad. All better. To continue, the way you'll go about consuming a tincture is to use it sublingually or underneath the tongue. So you'll get your desired dosage, place it underneath the tongue, and hold it for ideally a minute or two, no less than 30 seconds, pretty please. The initial sublingual absorption that you'll get will help it enter the bloodstream faster, giving you faster relief. Now, what isn't absorbed sublingually, you'll simply ingest. That'll take a little longer to hit you, but it'll also last a long time in your system. I often get asked at the dispensary I work at how much CBD to take and how often to take it. The truth of the matter is there is no clear-cut answer. You will have to experiment yourself to figure out what is more effective for you and what you're trying to treat. What's most important is to find what's called your lowest median dose. Just because your pain levels are extreme doesn't necessarily mean that you need an extreme dosage. So it's important to at least adhere to the recommended dosage starting out and seeing how that suits you. The great thing about a CBD tincture is that if it's not effective for you at the particular dosage you started at, you can simply incrementally raise that level until you achieve your relief. You will want to remember that CBD can take a while to build up in your system and become more effective. So you will want to consume CBD every day for at least a week or two before you determine whether it's working or not. One of the most crucial pieces to choosing a CBD tincture, if not the most crucial piece, is ensuring that the brand that you choose has third-party testing results listed on their website. When viewing third-party testing results, you want to ensure the potency and the purity of the product you're choosing. You want to know for certain that there are no harmful substances present, such as lead or pesticides. Again, it's also important to pay mind to potency, the reason being that a lot of companies have been found to be making fraudulent claims about the dosages of their CBD products. For example, saying that there's 25 milligrams of CBD in a gummy, for example, when in fact there's only 2 milligrams of CBD actually present. So don't settle for less. If you're buying from a company and they don't have their third-party testing results available on their website, or you're at a store and you'd like to view the testing results and they say that they don't have them, I would simply recommend choosing a different product. You want and need that transparency. It's very tempting to talk about THC tinctures, as those are also very impactful for me too. I utilize THC tinctures later in the evening to either help with my insomnia or kind of use as a muscle relaxer, for instance. But again, it's not something I can consume during the day. I cannot be intoxicated at work. I have to keep my wits about me. So CBD gets me through the day and THC gets me through the night. And I guess I'll leave it at that. So again, thank you for sharing some time with me. I appreciate you immensely, and I'm already looking forward to the next video. This video was a challenge to make today. I had all kinds of things from the cat, the dog, and my husband. It was pretty priceless. I said I'm filming a video.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now.
Hi, video people. Edit that out. Or not. You can just leave it. It'd be great.
So without further ado, let's talk tinctures. Girl. Ooh, you got poo-poo booty. Gross. Gross. That means that your butt is probably showing in all of these and that it's really nasty. No, stop. I'm gonna continue anyway. Maybe.